The Finance Minister trying to balance a difficult budget later.
Budget day in the UK. At a particularly interesting time, it has to be said, for the British economy. Things are just starting to turn around there. It said that the size of the economy, the size of the country's GDP will return to pre-recession levels later this year. The country's economy grew by 1.9% last year, which is among the highest rates we saw in Europe. In fact, the government has been steadily cutting public spending in recent years in an effort to rein in its budget deficit, but there may be some moderate relief for taxpayers in today's budget. There's talk of increasing the threshold but which one starts paying income tax up to £10,000 or €12,000. There is still a big deficit to plug, though, so it won't be a giveaway budget.
A year to the general election, George Osborne, the Chancellor, is running out of opportunities to announce things that might boost the Conservative Party's popularity. So I think we'll certainly see some attractive measures in the budget, but the size of those measures will inevitably be limited by the state of the public finances.
France still very much in the throes of its austerity drive. The cuts going all the way to the top, aren't they? Yeah,
President Hollande has been trying to cut pretty much everything since they came to power in an effort to bring down France's budget deficit. They need to find €50 billion more in savings by 2017. Even the corridors of power at the Elysée Presidential Palace are feeling a little less opulent these days, as Nicholas Rushworth now reports.
The Elysée's hidden treasures the wine cellar, and with the belt tightening, half-drunk bottles do not go wasted.
Let me show you. I just do this, and that way the wine can be served again at the president's table for lunch, the day after, or the day after that.
The Grand Crus, of course, are still served for state occasions. The everyday wine, however, is nothing special.
This dry white wine is €4, and this bottle cost €8.
International trips have also been affected. The president's Airbus jet is used as little as possible. François Hollande prefers to use the less expensive Falcon aircraft instead. And 20 of the president's 117 cars have gone. They're also testing 5 electric cars with the aim of having a more environmentally friendly fleet.
The 5 electric vehicles mean a saving of 10,000 litres of petrol and 10 tonnes fewer CO2 emissions.
There are fewer staff as well. 40 Elysée employees leaving their jobs haven't been replaced.
The tender process for contracts has been broadened, allowing us to cut costs significantly. And we've tried, just like you would running a household, to spend better.
An €11 million saving since 2012. The aim is for further cuts next year.
OK, should we have a look at the markets then, Stephen?
Yes, let's. It's fairly flat open here in Europe. In fact, shares in the technology company Smiths in London fall more than 4% after reporting a drop in their profits. London's FTSE 100 just edging slightly into the red there. Here in France, carmaker PSA Peugeot Citroën has formally confirmed that Louis Gallois will be the new chairman of their board. Their shares opening up as well. Fairly mixed picture over in Asia. Just the Nikkei managing to nudge into the green. All the other markets are in the red ahead of course, the Federal Reserve's meeting later today, where we'll have a press conference from the new chairwoman, Janet Yellen.
Stephen has pulled it out of the bag as ever here on France 24. He's got the best story of the day now. Social networks like Facebook and Twitter, they've been among the biggest investments in recent years. But now someone is trying to make money from an antisocial network.
Yeah, this is sort of a backlash against the kind of flock to social networking we've seen. The app was called Cloak, which you can download for your iPhone. Yeah. And instead of using it to connect with people, you can use it to avoid people that you don't want to see. So the way it works is it taps into data from things like Foursquare and Instagram. It's limited at the moment, the apps that it can use, and sees where your contacts are. And if someone you flagged as a person that you want to avoid appears near you, the app will actually send you a notification to let you know. So, for example, if I was trying to avoid Florence Villemino because she wanted to tell me some very interesting story that was in the papers, I would be able to tell because this app would tell me. Now, one of the creators, Chris Baker, who used to work for the website BuzzFeed, was also responsible for the unbaby.me initiative, which blocks photos of babies from people's Facebook apps. So he says it's not a parody, it's a real business.
That's a fantastic idea. Have you blocked both of us already? You flagged both of us?
Yeah, busy morning.
He's a nice guy, that Carroll. Let's have a look at what's grabbing the headlines across the world. Papers continue to focus on tensions between Russia and the West over Crimea.
That's right. Let's start with the Russian press. I pulled out an article from Rossiyskaya Gazeta, which talks about the reunification